Hello, I do welcome you once again to Do With Me channel. Today we are going to look at how we can secure our database. In that case, we are going to create a login password. And the login system we are going to use, to me, I have grouped them into three. The first one, we have a situation whereby you are the only person using the application. In that case, we will make it simple without any long process. That's what we are going to do today. The second one too is maybe when a group of people are using and you know those people, especially let's say maybe in the school, principal, the vice principal, maybe the group of people you know, maybe if you know the limited number of people who are to use the database, then that one too, you can create that one a login form for them. And the third one, that one is open. That one is a way whereby you can, like, anybody can just register like we do in Google, Facebook, YouTube, and the rest. Anybody at all, they don't have any limited number for registration. Anybody at all can create an account so that the person will be able to get access to it. That one too also help the person, maybe when someone forgets his or her password, you can recover your password and the rest. So that one, that's the third one, and that one is advanced. So these are the three types of login forms we are going to create. But for now, for this tutorial, we are going to create the first one, the simplest one that you created for yourself, or if you know the person who is to use the database application. I'm going to use the previous database we created. That's the school database management system. So if you've not watched how we go by it, you can check, go to the videos and check and start watching from there. We are going to create a login form for that, the school database management system. So there is it. When I open it, now here is it. So what we will do, we just go to create, come to form design, and here there's no need, since we are to make it simple, there's no need to create a table. We are going to just use the form, only the form. So the form design, right click, you come to form header and footer, then just let me make it smaller. As for the size, it depends on you yourself how you want it to be. So I am just going to make it simple and short. So let me change the color here. As for these ones, you've done it before, so I don't want to be talking plenty here. All right, now let me give it a heading. Format it the way you want it to be. Right click, go to size, then yes. So we have to insert the text box. We have to insert two text boxes. The first one will be username, so I'm going to copy, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and make a copy. So we are going to use one for username and one for password. The first one, I'll double click and just give it username. Then the next one, I'll make it password. All right, so here, all right, let me format the text here, make it 12, then that font black. Yes, so let me right click, size, fit to size. Okay, let me open this one, space it a bit, Yes. Okay. So now I have to bring a button. After we enter the username and the password, you have to log in. So I'll bring a button here. So we are going to use a code, VBA code. So I will not choose anything. Let me come to double click here and change the name. Login. The color to let me work, format it. So let's view and see. All right. So we'll select the form. You come to other, then the pop-up say yes. Double click modal yes. Then the cycle current record. All right. So now let's come to format again. We come to record selector, no. Navigation button, no. You come to scroll button, neither. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is the login form. This is the login form. But when I enter any name, you see, when I enter any name, do with me. Then I come to the password. 1, 2, 3. You see, the password is showing. So you have to work with it so that it will be hidden. The password we type or we enter will be hidden. So we right click, go to the design view, then we select. But before then, let us name our text boxes so that when we are coding, we'll be able to identify the two text boxes. Because from here, when you click on it, there is the name. The name is what? Text 1. And this one too is text 2. But if you give it a defined name, that one would be easier to refer it or reference it than to use the normal text and text. So here we come to the other, and the name, instead of text 1, you just say txt username. Then we come to the password too. We make it txt password. All right, so the username txt username, then the password txt password. So the password, we come to data. When we come to data, then we come to input mask. So input mask, just enter password. Enter password. So let's view it. See, now the 1, 2, 3 has now become hidden. So ASDF JKL semicolon. You see, so now it makes our password secured from intruders. When you are typing, nobody will see it. All right, now let's go back to the design view. Now that you've gotten our password, username text box and password text box, let's come to the login. The login you have to give it a name. So the name will be login. Login button. So the button, I shorten it to BTN. All right. Now let me the coding. So when we enter everything and we want to log in, we will click on the login button. So that's where we are going to put all the VBA codes that we want to add to it. We click on it, then we come to event, come to on click. Like when you click on it, you click on the 3 dots here, choose code builder. Since we are going to use VBA code, so we choose code builder. You click OK. Then here is where we are going to enter our code. But before then, we have to declare a variable. When we talk of a variable, anything that holds, the variable is just like a container. So it will be holding values. So the first one, you use dim. Dim is a keyword for declaring a variable. So dim username as string, then them password as string 2. All right, so we have to assign username and password. That is the username we are going to use. But here, let's say maybe, let's go back. Let's say maybe you are using it. If you are using it and you don't want to be entering the username but only the password, just like maybe your phone, you just click on flip on it or you press on it, then you only enter the password. You can make it that way. In that case, the username will not come, only the password will come. But maybe if you want to give hackers or intruders more work to be guessing the username, then that one can leave it this way, so that the person will try and get the username before even trying to guess the password. So it depends on you, the way you want it. But for this tutorial, we are going to let those intruders to guess the username before they work on the password. That's what we are going to do. So we'll come back to the code. Then here we have to assign a username. So what username do you want our do you want the login? What username do you want to give it to your login form? You can give it any name of your choice, any name you want, just like you use on your emails and the rest. So here you just say username is equal to, we are going to assign this variable to a value. So there is equal to what? Do with me. Since do with me is a string value, you have to put them into quotation. So do with me. Then the password, what do we want our password to be? So the password we have to assign a password to a name. So the password will be ASDF123. Good. Now these are going to be our login credentials. So the username will be do with me and the password is going to be ASDF123. Now to the code. So if the me dot is the form we are working on, the login form we are working on. So if me.txt username, so if this username, that is the name txt username, if username, the value we enter here is not, if it is not in VBA, we write it this way. If it is not equal to the username we have here, the username we just declared. So if it is not equal to username, or if, or this one, there's no need to even bring if, or txt me.txt password is not equal to password. So the same thing. This me.txt is the text box that we added for the username, me.txt username, and me.txt password is the text box we added to. So there is it. There is the txt username and there is the txt password. So if this one, any value we enter into this one is not equal to the username we declared on the code, and if the password is not equal to the username, the password we declared on the code, then let's see what will happen. So if it is not, then we have to give a message box. The database or the application should give a message box telling the user that sorry, the username or password you entered is incorrect. Then what else? There should be a command or anything to click on. That's VBOK only. Then the title of the message box, incorrect. Alright, so when it happens this way, then what do you want it to be? You want the cursor to move to the user name. So main.txt username dot set focus. Yes. Alright, then you come to this one are conditions. So if it is not this is what it will do, but if it is this, then what will it do? So it will be else. If not this one or that, if the person enters the correct one, then do cmd dot close. That's the form, the login form should close. And what will happen next? You have to open another form. Do cmd dot open form. So what form is it to be open? The main form. Then what else? If it is done, then what else? We have to end the if. That is it. It's very simple, very simple. Now let's test our code. Let's check our code for errors. Come to debug, then you click here. It didn't give us any error. All right, so now let's come back and let's save it. Click here, go to save, give it a name. Okay, so let me close it and open it in. All right, but I want anytime the form is open, the form should be in the middle. So let's go to design view, right click and go to design view. Then we come to format and auto center. This one is no, so we change it to yes. And let me close it and open it again. Right, so the username is my name. Then the password is ASDF 123. Let me click on login. Say sorry, the username or password you entered is incorrect. Okay, so now let me clean it and enter the names again and see. So username, it should be do with me. Then the password ASDF 123. Let me click it and see. All right, so that is it. We are done with it. We are done. Let me close this one. Then I'll open it again. Username do with me. Then the password is ASDF 12. I didn't add a 3. Incorrect username. So that is it. When we are done with this like this, then what we will do is, instead of when we are opening the database, we are going to use the login form to open first. We are going to use the login form to open first. So we go to file, then we go to options, down come to current database, and we come to display form. Display form. Whenever you open the database first, go to display form, and we want the login form to open first. Go to OK. All right, says we should close and open it before it takes effect. So we are going to close. We are going to close it and open it again to see how it's going to work. All right, so now we'll open this one to see. All right, so now here, without entering the login form, you cannot go anywhere. You cannot go, no matter what you click, it will not allow you unless you enter the login form, and by looking at the maximize button, yes, you can do it that way, or you can make it small. You can even but you can also disable it so that it will be just like this. In that case, you right click, go to the design view, then you come to format, then you come to minimize and maximize button. You can choose to just say none. So when you choose none, when you open it, this is what it will be. So in this case, you cannot minimize it or maximize it. That is it. Let me close it. Yes, I want to save. I'll close everything. Then let me open it again. So when it opens like this is what it is. So we have to, you can click anywhere, but it will not work unless we enter the username and enter the password. Click on login and you are good to go. You are good to go. You are good to go. But one thing is, let's say if you want to, like maybe you are working and all of a sudden you want to go out, but you don't want to close the database. You can put a button here, maybe at the top here, whereby you log out, so that when you come, you log in again and continue. In that case, let's do that one. All right, click, go to the design view, then on top here, let's put a button and draw a button here. This one, let me cancel it. It's simple. So I'll give it a name. Log out. Then change the color to format it. Here will be white. Then the font should be what? Black. Right. So here, instead of going to event, going to on click, you can right click on it, go to build event and choose code builder. Then this one, you just do cmd not open form. So which form are we to open? Log in, the login form. Done. So just one line of code, simple. Close it. Then let me close this one. Now log in. Okay, let me close and open from scratch so that you see how it is. You enter the then ASDF 1, 2, 3. Login, wrong password. Let me try it and see, let me re-enter the password and see. ASDF 1, 2, 3. All right. So now the logout is here. You click on it and the login is in. So even if someone comes and the person wants to change anything, the person, no matter what the person clicks, it will not work. It will never work unless the person enters the password. So when you as a user, when you come, you just enter the password and you are true to go. But one thing I want to put across is that, like here, the password is not case sensitive. You can enter small letters, lowercase or uppercase letters, it will work. So like example, do with me, then ASDF 1, 2, 3. When you log in, yes, it's here. It's here. But the logout, I want it to come to the right side. Then, so that it will be nice, I'll right click, select on it, right click on it. You see, when we come to the design view, you can see that it is just at the end of the form, but that's not the case, because when we come to the design view, seeing the screen has become smaller than the normal screen. That's why when you open, where it is where it will be. So you just right click on it, go to anchoring, then it's in here is top left. Now we want to top right. Now let's view it and see. All right, so now where it is okay. It is okay. So let's log out. Good. And like I said, if you want your username and the password to be a case sensitive, that one will be in another video. Yes, that one will be in another video. So in order not to make this video long, to simplify this, I will end here. And one thing too, I want to let me close this one and close this one too. Yes, I want to save it. One thing I will want to draw your attention is that, like, let me close it. When we open and the login form comes like this, you'll see that all our tables and our queries, forms, and the other things are shown here. No, we don't want it to be that way. In that case, let me close this one. You come to file, then you come to options. So in options, come to current database. And current database, we come here, display status bar, no. Come to display document tabs, no. You come to display navigation pane, no. Then allow this one to disable all of them. You click on OK. Okay, and let me close it and reopen it again. Alright, so you see there's nothing you are seeing here. When you right click, nothing will come. When you right click, maybe you want to go to the design view, nothing will come. So these are the basic security tips that we can apply to our database in order not for those new users or beginner users denying them access to our database. Like I said in the beginning, this is the first part of the login form we can apply to your database. Please, if you have any question or any suggestion, you can put it at the comment section. And if you are new on this channel and you find this tutorial helpful, please kindly consider by subscribing to the channel. You share it so that other people too will get benefit from it, and you click on the notification bell so that anytime we upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching till this time. Until we meet again, bye bye.